First of all, of course, we need to undo the screws on the canopy itself. We need to get that canopy off. So we'll remove the seat. So the seats just come out like that. You cut the bottom part of the seat practically all off. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if I cut that piece off there, it gives me more room for the Velcro in the cockpit and also for the battery to lay down across. So using the Stanley knife to cut up into this instrument panel. Alright, so I've got one of these little gadgets now, so we'll just poke through there. Easy as that. I don't know if you can see it, or you just got to cut a cavity big enough for the lipo to go through, really. Inside here now, and I'm just going to push through, and that should pop the little foam bit through, and you might see that. Oh, there we go. Hello. So anyway, take that bit out. Alright, from here we just want to do a quick little test and make sure that the battery is going to go through and it's going to fit nice in there. Okay, so I've done that, and I'm pretty happy with the fit. Now, the lipo's in. This is generally where I have it sitting when I'm flying. You can see the instrument panels there, and I have the lipo sitting so that there's probably only, I don't know, 10 mil, sometimes 15 mil exposed through there. Most of it is actually through into the fuselage. I've cut a little bit of foam to fit perfectly into there, and I'll just CA that in. You could put a whole piece of cardboard or small bit of plywood. The seam just needs a little bit of CA down there just to strengthen up. Well, most of you guys already know this. That's the idea of it. We want to snap the canopy on and off. Is I put two magnets up here at the top, on the top of the instrument panel, and then one at the back, and that seems to work really fine. Okay, I've removed the instrument panel from the fuselage itself, and it's pretty easy as well. It's not much to it. So I took that off. I got a small rod, not that, but I got a small rod that was a similar size to the magnets I was going to use. And what I did is I melted a hole or two holes in the instrument panel itself, close to the edge. I've got to add close to the front edge, so it's not closest to the edge where the instrument panel itself is, but closest to the front edge, and that's because the canopy sits, the edge of the canopy sits close over that point there, so we want to put magnets on the canopy as well. Anyway, what I did is I melted the holes in the thing, and I've just cheated and I've used that really strong sticky tape that I got from the hobby shop. Last time I did it differently. I CA'd them in, another time I epoxied them in. This time I'm just going to try the sticky tape and see how that goes. You can just try various methods, see whatever works. So I've put two magnets in there, pressed them through so that they're flush with the instrument panel itself, and I'm going to stick that back on, and then I'll do one on the other end as well, and I'll probably just burn a little hole, singe a little hole in the foam itself, and epoxy that one in. I've CA'd the fuselage, the instrument panel back onto the fuselage. So now I'll just rest the canopy in the correct position. So just pay mind to where it's sitting, see that it's all flush all the way around, and then all you do is you get another two of these magnets and just drop them on. There you go, and they'll snap in place in the correct positions. It's easy as that. I would reckon on the outside you want some epoxy on there just to hold them in place. So I'm going to epoxy those on. If I show you how easily it snaps on, remember I've got the two magnets in the front leading edge of the instrument panel, the top of the instrument panel. Now this should just snap on pretty easily, and I'll show you how well it works. Beautiful! They're really strong magnets. Now I'll put one at the back, as I say, and that's plenty to hold it on. I've just heated up, actually I used the main shaft from a helicopter, which is a 5mm shaft, and I just heated it up over a gas flame, and I've just poked a little hole here at the back. I want the magnet to sit flush if I can, and that's what I'm going to do now, so I'll show you how that turns out. I might have countersunk it probably 1/2 mil more than I wanted to, but that's okay, it'll still work fine. Just to mention, these magnets are actually 6 mil by 1.5 mil thick. Alright, so I've got my magnets all epoxied on. There's the rear one and the two at the front, so you've seen that. Now what I do just for this seat, because I'm going to velcro it onto the back of the parcel tray, there's a little bit of an indentation at the back of the seat there, so if I want to put velcro on there I probably should chop it up a bit first. So what I'll do is I'll just cut a little bit of foam. It's just a little bit, it was just thick enough to sort of get in there and chock it up a bit. I'll quickly CA that on. There we go, that should do it. A little bit of that. Okay, that should dry in a minute. The Velcro on the back of the seat there. So just where I've CA'd that bit of foam, just to make it a little bit more flat. Okay, I'll just put the Velcro on there like so. Hold fine just for the flights, there's no problem with it at all. So you can just take it out easily if you need to. Again in the future, you can glue it in if you want to, you can CA it in. I wouldn't, couldn't be bothered. And I find that the CA tends not to hold it so well anyway, and it always breaks on me. Alright, got a nice long piece of Velcro, and I've already peeled the back, and I'm just going to stick that on the floor of the canopy, of the cockpit, sorry. So watch how nicely this canopy snaps on. Look at that. Yeah, it's got the motor in it and everything, and that'll hold on so tight. You've got no worries about that coming up at all.